Welcome back to the Flip Side podcast, where we talk about the nitty gritty underbelly of the music industry. You know, the tedious stuff that artists don't always talk about with their fans. Join us while we share stories with industry professionals and get to know the artists behind the music. This is the Flip Side. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Flip Side podcast. I'm your host, Matty Flip, and I got someone from down south with us today, man. He's an awesome dude. He's been coming by for the music reviews that I host on TikTok. His name is BiigCess. I want to thank him for coming and joining us today on the podcast. How you doing, man?
What up, man?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the
Man,
podcast, brother.
Man, over here, get my dad to do this in, man. You know it's a full-time job.
Oh yeah, man, and it sounded like they were young men, so I'm sure they're probably a handful too.
Yeah, man. I got one of my arms. She'll be a year and a couple more months. She sleep right
Ooh.
now and rock her to sleep.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
What's going on, brother? Appreciate you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely welcome, man. I mean, I love all of the music that you've been submitting through the music reviews on
Yes,
TikTok,
sir.
man. I see you hustling hard. I see you going to all the music review channels and you posting the reactions and screen recording them and stuff, man. And I know you were telling me you were kind of doing this on your own, so
Yep.
that's
Man.
kind of what I talk about on the podcast too. And I want artists to understand that, hey, you're not the only one out here trying to do it by yourself, man.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are, that will help and kind of push you in the right direction. But you gotta reach out for help, man. A closed mouth never gets fed.
That's
you know.
right. Yep, that's right.
But yeah, so BiigCess. Tell me, that's a really interesting name, man. Is there some kind of like origin story behind it, or
Yeah, it is,
um?
man. That's my pops named me that, but it's short for success. I just say BiigCess. See, my
Oh,
pops
I
called
get
me
it.
pops called me success. See what I'm saying? That's my pops used to call me that. So
Nice. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I just took it in. He gone, but so I still
Hey,
keep him with me through that name. So
that's
and
awesome,
my
man.
and in high school, but see, and in high school is a trick to it too, cause all my all the homies used to call me Sesame. That's like for
Okay.
the reefer part.
Hey,
So
man. Hey,
it
man.
go
We
hand
we
in
we
hand.
partake. We
It go
partake.
hand in hand. Yep, it go hand in hand.
Yeah, man, dude, that's awesome, bro. So you grew up Louisiana,
Yes,
Baton
sir.
Baton
Shreveport,
Rouge, I think I
Louisiana,
saw.
man. Shreveport, Louisiana. That's on the top. We like Baton Rouge in the middle of Louisiana. Then you got New Orleans at the bottom,
I've
and
been to
then you
New
got
Orleans.
Shreveport at the top. Yep.
Okay,
The three-headed monster. Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Shreveport.
all
But the
right.
thing is, Baton Rouge and New Orleans been holding it down forever. It's our turn now. You know what I'm saying? It's Shreveport turn now because they done had their fun with the game and they still doing their thing, but don't nobody know about Shreveport, and that's what I'm for. Cause I'm representing my city, right? Cause
All right, all
everybody,
right.
they get that ratchet stuff. They call this the ratchet city. That's where ratchet come from. Ratchet come from Shreveport. That's why
Oh,
that's the birth of it. Yeah, that when you anybody you hear hollering ratchet, that ratchet stuff. Yeah, that's Shreveport. That
that's
started here.
Shreveport.
Yep, that started from
He said
Shreveport,
all
man
day.
ago. Yep, man ago. He started that. I think you probably heard something. It's like, what his name? Hurricane Chris. He
Why?
from
That
here.
sounds familiar for some reason.
Yeah, Hurricane Chris from Shreveport. Them down, he was young. With the A Baby, A
Hey,
Baby,
baby.
the A Baby song. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah, I
from here.
remember. I remember that
Yeah,
shit. Oh
yeah,
my
he from
God,
here.
man. There's
Yep.
a lot of different music that's come out of like Louisiana in general, man. There's a lot of like bounce and
Mm-hmm.
hip hop, and I hear a lot of that in your music. Like, well, who were your inspirations when
Man,
you
see the
know?
thing is, yep, yeah, man. All I learned, see, Matty, I learned from all the greats, bro. Cause I've been in the game since
Mhm.
I was young. I started in in '92
Started
on
making music,
being.
or
Yep,
started.
I started. I trained myself. I just, man, I'm a hip hop head. I'm a music head.
Hey
I
man,
came up
hey, we all start off as fans first, man.
exactly. But my main two that's got me, you know, where I'm at is Tupac and Pimp C. Them my main two. I hold on to till to this day because, like I say, you can't miss me. I go back to EMP days. I go back to leaders of the new, all the East
Bro,
Coast
you
rappers. I know
throw you
all
throw
the East Coast
so
rappers.
many references
I
into your
know
music
all the
too,
West
man.
Coast
Yeah.
rappers. I know I got all of them, bro, because I'm still studying them to this day.
You
You
just
know
a
what I'm
hip
saying? That's
hop
why I
head in
can be able
general,
to
man. You
use
just
stuff in certain
all of it.
songs. You be like mad, you be like, damn, how you know what I'm saying? I just, man, I take this shit seriously, man. I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? I know, this what I'm here for. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm making good on promises I did for my big bro. He left me, you know what I'm saying? But he was one of my main, him and my big sister, they was my main supporters, and I ain't got them no
Nice.
more. So
All
and
right.
I shut down for a year or two, you know what I'm saying? And now see when y'all catching me coming out my shell.
Coming
So
out your
now I'm
gay,
full
man.
throttle, bro. I'm full throttle. I ain't giving a fuck. I'm you that's why you see me everywhere. You
Bro,
know what I'm saying?
I
That's why
see
you
you
like, damn, Cess on.
everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
And
man,
you're
it's the
always
reason
popping up in
behind
my
it.
For You page and
Man,
stuff. You're
shit.
engaging too, because I see you like and comment, you share and all this stuff on
Yeah,
social media as well. You're doing the
I'm
right thing,
making
man. You
good.
are you are doing full throttle, and you're doing it by
Bro,
yourself, bro.
and I
That's
ain't letting up,
crazy.
man. I'm not letting up, bro, cause this is I ain't gonna say I feel it's my time, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause ain't too many doing what I'm doing out here. They ain't speaking the shit I'm speaking on. You know what I'm saying? I
No,
understand
and you have a
it's
very
his
like
lanes for
interesting
everybody.
style. You have an interesting
Yeah,
style.
bro.
You've got different themes in your music. So like let's talk about like some of the themes that you like to put in your music, man. I said it's a lot of like storytelling.
Yep.
You know, a lot of,
You
what I,
you know what
like
I
Tupac. Tupac was a huge, he's one of
Yep.
your inspirations. So yeah, it would
Yep.
make sense that you're, a storyteller. You've got a way
Exactly.
with like kind of describing things where it's easy
Mm-hmm.
for someone to imagine it,
Yep.
kind of happening.
Yep. You know what helped with that? My childhood. I always bring I keep my childhood in my music because that relate to my era and letting them know, damn man, this dude, I mean, he kind of sound young, but when you hear me and hear my lyrics, you gonna know you like, yeah, man, this dude experienced because like Thundercats
Yeah.
and shit like that, man. I go down, I'm still
I mean, that's a
I
shit from
hang
my
on
house.
to that.
Well,
I'm
your
really
music
talking to
has a
you.
way of
I'm really
appealing.
talking to us.
Well, yeah,
I'm really
but your
talking to
music
us.
also has a way of appealing to the younger audience too. It's got a certain
Yeah,
sound to it, which is it's
yeah,
captivating, and it gets people's attention. It's definitely
it
something
does.
that like even the younger generation of, music heads or people listening to music nowadays
Yep.
can still relate to, even though they may not know who Thundercats and
Yep.
some of these
Exactly. Cause
old
they
school references from our childhood. But
for real, cause they just coming around. Cause when I first started doing the reviews, you was the first one that kind of knocked the shackles off. Cause I was getting discouraged because I was going into so many young reviews until
mhm.
I ran across you. And you told me, I don't think you probably remember. I was you like, man, what's going on, me? And I told you, you was asking me about that song. I say, yeah, man. You like, man, this song good. I like,
Yeah,
damn it. And I told you, I say, man, they saying my shit dated. And you like, okay, oh, I understand. But you like, man, fuck that. And ever since then, Matty, do you remember that though? Remember me and you talking
yeah,
about that?
of course I
Okay,
remember that, because
okay,
then
okay
I
then.
think Love touched on it as well in her broadcast on one of the songs that
Yeah, but you was
because
the
you had
first.
mentioned something about that in chat too.
Yeah, you was the first because I found love after you.
Mm.
So you was the first reviewer that actually took to my music. I mean, for everybody, you know what I'm
Well, it's
saying?
in. I see. I grew up with a lot of that. The well, a lot of the references that you put in your music, and that
Exactly.
style of music, that boom bap southern style. Like
Yeah,
I was a
man.
DJ for years, and I played a lot of that when I was DJing and stuff. So I mean, and
So you
I
right
like
at
it.
home
It's
with it.
got that rhythm. It's got that bounce to it a little bit,
Yep.
and and you
Storytelling.
still touch on like hip hop culture topics as well too.
Exactly.
So and I feel like
Exactly, man.
well, I feel like, and I know there's a difference between rap and hip hop. The hip hop, you
Yep.
know, has
Yep. It
culture.
is.
There's a
It is,
culture
man.
behind hip hop, and there's a rap is rap and poetry, or well,
Yep.
rhythm and poetry,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Yep. Yep,
rhythm and
man.
poetry. So like they're two different things, but I feel like they get overlapped a lot because they're like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper, or
Yeah.
are you a rapper or are you a hip hop artist? In this situation, I feel like you're more of a hip hop artist because you do put
Mm-hmm.
some of the culture in there. You
You
use
damn right.
a lot.
Cause,
I
cause
mean,
you
because
have
you
rap, you have rappers, you have raps, and you have songs. That's
hmm
that's how I look at it. I feel like, and people can tell a song from a rap.
right,
You know
and
what I'm
then
saying?
you have, well, you rap
Today's
like you can do a
now.
freestyle just
Yep.
because freestyle is part of rap cult of like hip hop culture, but I feel like it's still more of like part of like the rap genre where it's still it's like a spur of the moment kind of thing,
Yep.
when you do like a freestyle and you record it, and it's different from actually like laying down a track.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on your experience and your level of thinking when it comes to freestyle. See, now that's where I come from, believe it or not. I did not like to write, man. When I
No,
was young, see, that's a young thing. When you young, you ain't gonna want to write. You feel like, you know what I'm saying, put the beat on.
I didn't like writing either, man. I was never a huge
Exactly.
writer. Like I'm not a writer. Like I'm not an
E-
artist myself, but I have
Yeah.
a huge appreciation for that process because I understand what artists go through.
Yep.
I.
Yep. Yep. You ain't lying, man. See, that's my thing. I didn't like writing, but now that's my greatest strength because I can, man, my writing is oh man, because
That's the one thing that attracted me to your music when you brought it
man, my
in. I was like, man, this dude's writing is
yeah,
interesting.
man, my
Like,
writing, man, because I'm not afraid. Hey, man, I ain't afraid to challenge myself, man. And I like to read. I love history, bro. I like to know. I like to know what's going on, what I feel like going on, and what happened. I'm big on that. I'm kind
you
of like,
nosy, you nosy.
make that's right. I like reality. I mean, don't get man.
Yeah.
Look, the youngsters. I still love the youngsters and what they doing. I just let them have that because it's a lot of that everybody talking about, man. But I feel like you need that reality rap too, man. The message, the 90s,
Mm,
what I came up on, EPMD, you know what I'm saying?
yup,
Leaders of the
yup.
new, man. I mean, the list goes on and on. The NWA. I mean, I had it all,
Wu Tang,
but
all that. Yeah, man.
all that, man, the commentary has left the building.
It's
The
well,
commentary gone. And it
yeah.
got to stay here, man. Maybe it's like dated. That's dated, man. And that's not the
Nobody
way.
talking
Nah, man,
about
that's
that no
cool.
more.
Don't
It's
say
like,
that.
yeah, man. It still has its
Yeah,
place. It has its place.
exactly. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm
don't sit here and say, "Oh, no, that ain't what that ain't nobody gonna buy that. Nobody want to hear that no more." Nah, your mama and daddy want to hear this. You too young to even fathom what I'm talking. This for your mom and daddy. This everything is not for the young no more, man. We still the old heads still got their music too. You see what I'm
hmm
saying?
Dude, I
But
mean,
it's up to the
I
old
know old
heads.
heads with vinyl
That's
collections out the wazoo, CDs.
come
They
on,
keep around.
man.
They still listen to the CDs in their car and stuff,
Come
man.
on,
Like
man.
the
Come
old
on,
heads,
man.
especially the ones that got them like pimped out, like lowriders and shit. Like they got
Shit, you
they
better,
did some work. They got some white walls on
man. You
that
better
bitch, you
tell them.
know. So
Especially down here in Matt, you better tell them all them
yeah.
old school ass cars they pull them, man. Look, man, especially down here. But I'm saying is the youngsters, they want our support, but they don't want to give none. And they got our support, but at the same time, don't disrespect us,
Mm,
saying the shit we
don't
doing
put your
ain't
gift
worth a
horse in the
damn.
mouth, dude. Like
Yeah, so and that's why I say, and that's why I had to make a song for that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I call it on. I think I let you heard Uncle Ruckus. I think I
Oh
let you
yeah, dude,
heard
I
that.
love that one.
Yeah,
I think that was
hey,
one of the first ones you dropped in with us, man. Too, I think
yeah, man,
like
and
very early on. You've been coming to the reviews like since I started doing them, pretty much, man. Like I had
yeah,
really just
man.
started doing it when you came by too.
Yep.
Um, but
It was
yeah,
it was fate, man, because I was on here. I was like, damn, man, everybody I'm letting review my shit young, man, and they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I think TikTok or some they be keeping up with that. They're like, well, damn, ever since I had got you, then love came. Then like older review. Then I started getting older
well,
reviewers. You see?
well, yeah, that might have been, that might have been part of the algorithm. They're like, oh, well, maybe, he's not staying as long in these reviews, so we'll show him some people who are maybe closer to his age range that are reviewing music, that are doing music,
Oh, okay.
because I still get, I get reviewers on on like my For You page, my feed all the time because I go to all of them and I just go check them out and I like kind of study and listen to what they're saying and I submit some of my
Yeah.
artist music too. I'm constantly learning as well. I'm not
Yep. Yep.
perfect. I'm not I'm the greatest person who knows everything. Like no, but I'm gonna ask questions to try to figure it out, or I'm gonna go study
Yep.
and try to figure out how to do it myself.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And like today, I say, man, I figured this shit out. And look at me, I'm on here. I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn, man. But it was self-explanatory. I was just listening to what you was telling me,
hmm.
and I got in here. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, man, okay, go here, go there, go
I
all
try.
the way down
Yeah,
with this.
I'm pretty like analytical, and I'm like, all right, well, if he might be signing up for the first time, so this is what's probably gonna pop
Yep,
up, and this is what's gonna. And I try to do my part to try to make it as easy as possible to
you
get
did. I
guests
got
in
here.
here.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
so have you done like any collaborations with any like local artists or any of the artists you've met online since you started doing this?
Man, I have. I mean, Cat's been. I did. Since I started like let me see what's my boy name, Steve Woe. I did a feature with Steve Woe, but they've been putting me on they stuff. I haven't had a feature on none of my stuff yet because what I'm talking about. I don't want to put that on people. I'm talking facts over here, Matt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just rapping, bro. And I don't want to be. I'm putting that music out to so whoever that's in that field
Mm-hmm.
and gravitate to me, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But far as me, you know what I'm saying, trying to find and I'm not. I'm just gonna let it happen natural, cause like I still be looking at other artists on him that's kind of in my field of rapping. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's
Well,
that's the kind of feel
you
I
don't,
want. I just
yeah. I
don't
mean, it wouldn't make sense for you to go on a track with someone who makes music that's similar to like Post Malone. Like
exactly.
it makes no sense. It has
It
to
make
or happen
Yeah, man.
organically. I agree with you, man.
Now
Um,
back in the 90s, I'd have did motherfucking songs with anybody. You see what I'm
anybody.
saying?
I
Because
mean,
I yeah,
yeah.
because I was coming up and I wasn't on the shit I'm on now. But what
Well,
I'm
yeah,
on now,
you've got a
man,
mission that you're on, man. Like
yeah, I'm
you've
on a
got a
mission, man.
message that
Thank you,
you're
man.
trying to deliver to
Thank you,
everybody.
man. Thank you, man. And I need I'm really man, I'm gonna tell you right this. I'm really doing it for the ears, man. I want folks to hear my music, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever come with it and how it come, I'm fine with it. But I'm not the one trying to, you know what I'm saying, do
Yeah,
pay these big time rappers to get on my shit. No. I'm really on my Nas shit because I'm standing it alone. Nas always been by himself.
right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's the category I'm in. You know what I'm saying? I can control a crowd. I can do a show by myself. You know what I'm saying? And keep that motherfucker rocking from
Yeah.
start to finish.
So
You know what I'm saying? Because I've been
you
doing it
doing
for
you're doing
I've been doing
shows?
shows. Huh?
You doing shows down there?
Yeah, I do. Not like I used to because I'm a deep in my family right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm raised. I
Understandable,
couldn't
man.
raise my first daughter, but I'm raising my second one. Because I worked all the time. You see what
I
I'm
hear you,
saying?
man. Yeah.
Now I got it set up to where I can. My wife she be at work and I can stay at home and do my little thing with my baby. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get into my little shit when she get off. You see what I'm saying? So it's working out now. I got it built to where I can be with my family and I can still do what I need to do and go to places I need to go. It's I select certain, you know what I'm saying, shows down here because man, it's so cutthroat down here in my city, man, and you
I
got to move a certain way. You got
I
you
understand,
got
man. I was down in South Carolina. I went to Mississippi, and that was interesting. And I could see, you know,
man.
certain parts of Mississippi
Woo!
maybe being a little probably close to what you were describing earlier when you
Come on,
come
Matt.
down to the ghetto, the
Come on,
hood,
Matt.
ratchet
Come
shit,
on,
man.
Matt. You
Um,
seen it.
I've seen it. I've
This
traveled. I mean,
ain't that.
I've
You seen
traveled.
it. You seen it for
I've
yourself.
traveled the
That's why I'm
United
glad.
States, and I saw it myself. No, dude, it was weird because there was a situation where I went down. We were visiting one of my friends, his dad. He hadn't seen in like 18 years, and we went
Hmm.
to like a family buffet style restaurant where
Come on.
his uncle was like a cook, cook there and stuff, and
Yeah.
my friend's black. He's
Yeah.
and I'm Puerto Rican,
I
but I
already
mean
know.
I look like a white dude, and I'm there with him and
Yeah.
his family, and we're walking into
Yeah.
this restaurant, and every white person in this restaurant was
Looking
staring
at
at
you
me.
crazy.
They were
Yep.
like, "Who's
Like,
this
what the
dude
hell you
with
doing?
them?" Like,
Yep. Yep. It's still, hey, it's especially Mississippi, bro. That's
ooh,
probably gonna be the last state to just cause they still holding on to it. But that's fine. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good neither, bro. It's still in the middle in Mississippi, bro. I'm telling you, man. Them
ooh.
people, woo, cause I did a show in Jackson, but it was all right because the show I did in Jackson, it's people I knew. It was like a
You were
wedding.
in Jackson, you said?
Yeah, like a
That's
couple years back.
that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's about that's around where we were.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude. Mm.
It's
But
a interesting
but
experience, man. I had
yeah,
never,
man. It is, man. So
but
so I just like my shows I do. I record them. And like my city is a DJ ran city. They
mhm,
like DJ Baby. He kind of still got
got a
his clout.
following.
Yeah, man. And my thing is, they to me they be trying to they want you to pay unnecessary money, man.
To
You
spin
know
your
what I'm saying?
songs. Yeah, I
And I'm
understand. I
not
mean,
I'm not for that because all us came up
I never
together.
did that as a DJ, man. Like when I was DJing and I had like a local artist that would come up to me and be like, "Hey, can you play my song?" And if I could fit it in, I mean, I wouldn't even charge
Yeah,
him like an
I
astronomical amount of
know it.
money, but I didn't
Yeah,
have a
man.
huge following, but I had
Yeah,
I was DJing in places that had like close to 1,000 people in it. Like,
yeah. They still do that shit, man. And that's the thing. That's why uh you haven't. I mean, it's not just me. The cats that I grew up with,
right.
man, we so lyrical down here, man. But you wouldn't know it from your Hurricane Chris when he came out, cause he was doing the like the flossing rap in the
Yeah, yeah.
the,
The
the the rap
ABB
that was
stuff.
on. It's not a shot to him because you do what you
No.
got to do. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? You make what you have to make. You have people you working with. I understand folks in your ear telling you, well, you need to make this song. You need to make that song. That's what I don't want to deal with. See, what I want to make what the fuck I want to make. That's why I started my own label. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody in my fucking ear telling me,
So,
man, you need to make. No, no. I
yeah.
want I want to make what I want to make, and
Yeah,
I want to
man.
put out what I want to put out. Yeah,
Understandable,
man.
bro. Well, yeah, that's the
I
thing that
don't
happens when you sign with major labels. They get to
exactly.
kind of control what you get to put out and what you can't. But so tell me about your experience with starting the label because I like to talk about a little bit more of the administrative side of this stuff as well to kind of help other artists understand what you have to do
I
like when it
did
comes
mine too.
to
Yeah.
registering your own record label, registering your copyrights, registering your licenses and stuff like that, your music properly with your
Uh-huh.
PROs
Yeah,
and
I see. Now what I did, you probably can school me on this. See, what I did, I just started me through a LLC.
right.
That's what I did. I started I call it Indigenous Productions LLC. You know,
Okay.
and I just that's what I did. My ass cap. I registered all my songs and stuff.
Under
Eh,
the EIN for the tax ID number for um the label.
the label now see, I gotta talk with you on that. See, I'm new to that, Matt. See, I don't know nothing.
That's
See, you
fine.
got to
I mean,
put.
and
I
so
got to talk to
if
you
you're
with that.
registered with ASCAP, you can call you. There's a number you can call to contact them, and you could just explain what you're trying to do and say, hey, look, I have these accounts registered for my publishing and my writing,
Yep,
and
I do. I
then
got my publishing. I got my own publishing. I'm over my publishing too.
I'm not sure if it's still registered as if I'm a sole proprietorship or if it's under my LLC. I just want to check and make sure, and then
Okay.
they're really really friendly. They're happy to help you.
Okay.
um,
I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna get them on the
so
phone.
yeah, you would just go to
See this new.
ASCAP, log in, and then there's a button that says like contact us, and there
All
is a
right.
phone number that you can call because
Yep.
I've
I know
called them.
exactly what you're talking about. I be on the ASCAP all the time. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can go
Yeah.
right to them. I am.
And then
I'm gonna talk to him when I get off the phone. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Yeah, man. I see you and just gave me something right there.
when that's your performing rights. So when you go do a show and you perform any of those songs that are registered with ASCAP,
Uh huh.
the venue is supposed to give you a cue sheet that you submit to ASCAP, and then you get paid from the venue that way. And they can give you
What
an
you say?
upfront fee, but if you want like credits and stuff like that, say
Mm-hmm.
I've made $3,000 from shows that I did
Uh
through
oh.
ASCAP. That's not so usually that's not including the ticket sales or any merch sales that you do when you're there, or any upfront fees that you give them. They're supposed to give you a cue sheet, and then you submit that. They're supposed to submit that to ASCAP like every quarter, I believe it is.
Thank, thank
Um,
you, brother. I needed
so
that. Yeah.
I mean, just something. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there. Don't get me wrong. Look, I've done like DJ gigs and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I didn't get any kind of cue sheet. They just gave me cash. I was like, okay, okay.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Yeah.
If
That's
it's
that's
cash, you're
that's the
not gonna
game
say
everybody
no.
see.
They're
That's the
probably gonna
game
tell you
everybody
cue
see.
sheet. What do you mean, ASCAP? What's that like? And
Yeah.
because the venues are supposed to have a license that,
Okay.
like, especially if it's like a music venue, they should have
Yeah.
a license to have artists that are registered with these performing rights organizations, whether it's BMI, ASCAP, or CSAC, where they have licenses for those songs to be performed in that venue. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to get paid from that performance as well.
Okay then.
So, I mean,
Shit.
that's the proper way it should be done. But like I said, don't get me wrong. If you're just trying to come up and get some cash, then
No.
I.
That's cool too. But I want all that, bro. I want all that. I want to
But
do
that's
all that.
something.
That's
See,
why I
because
started
you're
doing it.
doing this by yourself, that's something you're gonna have to do yourself, or
That's right.
you can give up a small percentage of what you're doing, a part of your overall business, and delegate that work to somebody else who
Uh-huh.
understands it and knows how to do it a little bit better. And you get to a certain point where you do start needing those kind of people around you. If you're gonna go do a tour, you definitely want to make sure
Yeah,
that you're
man.
getting those cue sheets
That's
for the
right.
places that you're doing these tours
That's
at.
right. You fucking
Um,
right.
because so the way that works is these companies, these organizations, these venues, even like the supermarket, they need to pay a license. They pay it's like in the United States, between all the places they have to pay for the licenses, it's about $2,500 a year.
Good. Damn.
Now, what these organizations do is they take licensing fees and they pay out the artists with that. Now, a lot of the times
Oh,
the artists don't even know that they have to register with ASCAP, and their songs might be playing in some of these places, and they're not.
yeah.
And it basically goes into a black box. I actually
Okay then.
think the mechanical royalties do it that way. So I might be wrong. Like I said, I don't know everything, but so
Yeah.
the performing rights, I believe you get them as soon as you make your account with ASCAP. So, like, if you released music and didn't register it with ASCAP, it starts from the day that you register it with ASCAP.
Okay.
Mechanical
Cool.
royalties work. like retroactively, so they can go. I think it's up to 3 years back, and then they essentially kind of keep that money set aside so that when you make the account and claim it. So with the MLC, you have to go in and claim your songs or register them with them if they're not, registered
Yeah.
with MLC already. If they're not, because the MLC collects mechanical royalties for any physical or digital copies of the songs that you release. So if you sell an album or an EP on iTunes, there's a mechanical royalty that's associated with that gets sent to MLC, and MLC is responsible for collecting it and paying you that.
Man, look at that.
So, and they usually has to do with the composition, like the underlying composition. So then there's a difference between composition and the master recording. So the master recording is the actual like sound files that you make associated with the composition in a sound recording file. Like it's in a wave or an MP3 or something like that, or
Okay.
you have the stems. That is the master. Um, what people, what artists call the master. The composition is the lyrics, the instrumentation, the drums, the sound, the actual, like, when you think of composition, it's like in writing, like something you could write down. Like if you could write all the
Okay.
notes into like a
Yeah.
music staff, that's a composition. If you can write down lyrics, that's a composition, and that
Okay.
has to do with writing.
Already.
So the composition has to do with publishing. The masters have to do with the sound recording, the actual sound recording, and the performance of it.
Okay.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. So like
Yep.
if you didn't like produce and do everything yourself, then you would be a performing artist on the track. You're still assigned. You're still
Yep. That's
allotted.
me.
You're
I got.
given writing royalties, and
Hmm.
you're getting publishing royalties for that.
Hmm. Yep. For like the songs and like you say the writing, but like the producers, I buy a lot of my beats too. Well, I buy all my beats. And
So you buy like non-exclusive beats from like BeatStars or
man, I beat them. I buy them from everybody. I really buy a lot of them from my homeboys off the West Coast. His name Uno. I forgot. I think he on Beast. Yeah, he on Beast. I bought 2 beats off of Beast Stars from him.
okay.
And I buy some off of YouTube too. I buy a lot of them, and folks be like, "Man, them beats. Everybody be using them beats and such
I
and such."
mean,
I said, "Yeah,
it's fine. They're non-exclusive beats. It doesn't matter. I mean, think about
yep,
um like it could be there's different versions of different songs like that have the same beats all over the internet. And this really kind of started when people started learning what music licensing was. So
mm-hmm,
what you're doing is you're purchasing a license, which allows you the right to use that sample commercially.
mm-hmm." You was
um
telling me about this in early in the live, and they
mhm.
had to like a few years you'll have to repurchase that beat. So you telling me to watch that shit.
Yes.
There,
So those
I
when
had to
you purchase those,
rebuy that damn. Yeah.
yeah, even if you like uh just put them in your cart like on BeatStars or whatever, you can go and read over those licenses before you even purchase it. Um
Mm-hmm.
and usually the first thing that's on that, like after your information and their information, and the definitions of what those are, essentially artist and company, and then it says this is a 10-year, straight across the
Yep.
middle, says
Yep.
this is a
Yep. I
10-year
seen it. You
license, and
right.
I'm like,
You ain't
I
lying,
was
man.
like, what?
Cause I read
This
that
is
shit.
supposed to be unlimited. What do you mean?
Yeah,
Like,
motherfucker. So that's why I started. That's why I started messing with
I
my
mean,
boy off the West Coast,
you can
Kevin.
message them directly and say, "Hey, can I get a license that I don't have to renew in 10 years? How much does that cost?"
I'm
They
trying
might
to tell
give you
you, cause
a different number,
yeah,
but try to build
yep, you ain't
my thing
lying.
is try to build some sort of conversation and, relationship with producers that you like those beats from. Like, don't just
Yeah,
go to they might tell you to go to their beat stars every time, but
yep,
if you can develop a connection with them and get those licenses, directly from them, then that's better.
That's what time it is.
Um,
Because the thing about my beats, Matty, I mean, I still do, up and coming producers that I meet on YouTube. They'll send me beats and I
right.
do something
So
on them.
in
But
that
I'm at the point the
situation,
beat have to grab me, man, for you to
right.
get my best. That's why every time I'm bringing you something, is
Hmm.
because I know the tracks it have to grab me. It got to be some in these beats for it to, I want because I'm not putting shit out if it's not top tier.
I
So
hear you. No,
my beat
everything's
selection
been
is key.
quality so far, man. It's been good,
Yeah,
man. So,
my beat selection has to be key because I've been doing it so long. Is that I'm at the point that the beat got to match my motherfucking lyrics because I know what I'm finna come with. And if my lyrics and the beat, the lyrics and my hook, you can't fucking deny me. The beat, the
yeah, well, it's
fucking
gotta
beat,
fit your
damn it.
project, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Shit. This
You've been
motherfucker
nailing
coming
it
with
on
them
the head.
lyrics and he got a catchy hook. What can you say about this man? In the production, some been the kind of, but most of them been top tier. You know what I'm saying? And I be seeing how I love that because I love Mojo. Mojo love to see when you be putting the graph up on
Oh,
the tracks. He love
the
that
EQ,
shit.
the EQ,
He love
nice,
cause he do all my recording. He love that shit. And he love to
nice.
see when you say I ain't got to fuck. Cause
I ain't
I
gotta fuck
record
with it,
you and he
man.
like, I
It
ain't got to fuck with
sounds
here.
good to me.
Mojo,
I
oh
mean,
Mojo love that shit, man. I say, man, I ain't even fuck with the shit. I say, hell, he know I say he been dealing with you been listening to Mojo forever with me. So
hmm.
you kind of already, even though you ain't met him, but you know
I mean,
you know what I'm saying,
he
his
seems to know,
productions and shit.
what he's doing. His production's good, man.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
he love. I say, man, Mojo, cause he way older than me,
Oh
but
shit.
he been doing it for longer than me, man. And he getting his dues, man.
Yeah,
A lot of folks
he's probably used to using like analog fucking gear and shit. Like,
he didn't use it all. He used
wow.
it all, and he just finally he got him a gig now. He working at this professional studio. So my shit that's coming, all my new shit coming in like from 4 weeks back. Man, we've been in a real nice. I mean, it's called Nightwing, but it's a badass studio down here. And man,
All
I've been
right.
going in there. Man, oh man, this shit. Hey, and I think my last track I let you. I think what did you hear? Pretty Pink. I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
you
No,
heard Pretty.
I heard Pretty Pink. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one was good too, man. I
we
like
did
it.
that one. We did that one at Nightwing, man. Oh man, and it's beautiful, and
Sounds
the,
good, man.
everything is nice. So
Nice.
everything looking up for me, man. I mean, everything going great for me, man. I'm just, keeping my circle small because I done got rid of the motherfuckers I need to get rid of.
Get rid of the
So
snakes, man. Get rid of the
yeah,
snakes.
man.
Don't
Yeah,
let
man. So
don't let them
everything
stick
is beautiful,
around.
man. Yep,
So
yep, yep.
you sent over a track, man. Is this a track that you already released, or is this a unreleased track?
I just Matter of fact, I just dropped that motherfucker yesterday.
He said, "I just dropped it yesterday." Tell me about it, man. I haven't heard it yet. So, um,
Let it, yeah, called Let It Rise.
yeah, let it rise, man. Like, tell me
Yeah,
about
man,
it.
Let It Rise.
What's the song about? What, you got a message in it that you're trying to
Yeah, man.
convey?
Yeah, man. It's basically it's I know you probably hear what's going on. You everybody talking about it, man. It's basically, about us being African American. What we've been told, we've been African American all our lives, but we really Indian, Bo. We this America is our homeland, and it's
Hmm.
a lot of stuff been going on in political, Trump the main force behind it. He been passing these laws and like the birthright law, he was saying,
Yeah,
everybody, yeah,
there's a
man,
lot of messed up stuff going
it's a
on.
lot of stuff
With,
going on. So and but see, I knew, but see, my thing is, I man, my family we knew who we was from jump because my granddaddy he a Blackfoot Indian, my
hmm.
dad is Choctaw Indian, so they always been telling us,
They're natives, yeah.
who the fuck we are. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people tell you who you is.
Hmm.
Your that's your family. That's up to your family let you know what you come from, who your, you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
who your, what blood you come from, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, that's what Let It Rise is about, man. It's about us. It's about just telling folks, you know, they thinking they African or whatever, and that's fine. You can believe what you want, but my point is, I'm telling you, is if it's Indian in you, let it rise. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking, you know, listen to folks, you know, especially if you know who you are. That's like a know who you are song, you know, because
Nice, man.
everybody not gonna gravitate to it. But the people who it's for, they gonna know exactly who I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? Because the way it is now, man, folks waking up, man, people, you know, going back doing their due diligence, doing their motherfucking they genealogy and all that, getting they learning who they people is and everything, and I love that because we need to know who the fuck we are, man. Is that's just important to me. That's my whole movement, man.
One right there too, goddamn you. Tay, I see you. Yeah. Jen, I see you. Yeah. Derek Johnson, salute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 There's indigo inside. Yeah. Let it rise. Yeah. Bro? Yeah. You see rounds, there's indigo inside. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you know, deep down, you got to let it rise. You see rounds, there's indigo inside. Oh, yeah, and you know, deep down, you got to let it rise. Yeah. No more taking L's, I'm stuck on W's. Dad doing the books, let the OGs trouble you. Embrace the day that I'm old school like a musket. Just know your mom's your girl, your sister wanna bust it. I'm a blur to your curves, absurd with words. See, when are they weapons, is why I stay in furs. Still nerves for the purge, you heard. Counter wax to seal the letter, delivered by bird. Don't want the empire power in your tongue irrelevant. Tell you what, I got a grave for you in Connecticut. Get you dead, like that ex-Billy Beard. A quick click slick, yeah, back then celibate. You Louis D. Remy Martin getting down by the Spartans. That $100,000 bottle flying like Jordan. My Jimmy fly snooker off the top rope book. Cramping not the accomplice, donor got took. That 40 in the mule getting put where your cheeks meet. I got a mallet with spikes, I made you pee pee. That's Lady DG. Cess changed with the beat, keep it coming for show money like next week. The mug permanent, I ain't learning how to laugh again. That's indigo inside, it's sure not African. My color is copper, I'm sure not black. Y'all consistent with the lies like a state free rat. Cess forever cooking, I'm never done. Renovate my new land, Area 51. We head for uncharted, the ocean, the highways. Keep tapping at the firmaments, I'm coming out that spot. Talking instead of quiet, marching instead of riding. On an oceanic and died, y'all need to try it. This so you ain't fine. No, I ain't lying, the family in the night, and it ain't no one time. I'm on what they own, zone they zone. It took all they spice to invade our home. If you ain't living your truth, then you the problem. Got a gauge name equation, he love to solve. That's indigo inside, let that warrior rise. Eat your flesh, drink your blood, let rep goodbye. Mofo can't rap, trying to tell me how to rhyme. Co-side to sideline, let your swine grease the pine. You see rounds, there's indigo inside. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you know, deep down, you got to let it ride. You see rounds, there's indigo inside. Oh yeah, and you know, deep down, you got to let it ride. Yeah.
That Public Enemy and all that shit, man, because I grew up young listening to them people. You know what I'm saying? All that East Coast rap. That's all we had at one point. Nothing but the East Coast. And that's why my flow is like how it is. That's why I'm so lyrical. Because I grew up listening to all the East Coast cats. Oh, Pooh Mo D. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn me, hey man, you can't miss me. I know them all, Matty.
I know every season. I bought every
all.
single CD. I bought every one, man.
Studied them all. Do you remember the box? I know you remember the box.
The box.
When
No.
you had to sit on TV and pay $1 to get wait for your song. Oh man, you remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember the box now. Yeah, I remember
all
the box.
That shit, man. Rap City, the basement, MTV raps, man. Come on, man.
Oh my god,
Come
dude.
on, man. You can't miss me.
I watched MTV raps every fucking day, bro.
Man.
Damn.
and that was the shit. I mean, Lord, I learned how to perform. I learned what a 16 was. I learned how to a hook. I learned all that shit from watching, and listening. I learned all that shit. I learned how I taught myself how to fucking build a song, bro.
And you
Listening,
were
listening to the greats. You know what I'm saying? I say,
the way
okay,
that I look at it, man. You were born with 2 eyes and 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should be
shit,
watching
okay.
and listening more than you should be yapping your
You fucking
mouth.
right. Shit, getting in trouble, getting my ass whooped, having that TV on all night,
Yup,
man.
yup.
Shit, man, look here. I'm paid my dues, kid. So now I'm reaping the benefits because people actually, getting in the comment like, hey man, damn dude, keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Encouraging me, man. I wasn't getting that at first. You
Keep
know
it
what I'm
up,
saying?
man. Keep it up.
Yeah, man. And
So,
that what keep me driving. That what
yeah,
keep
man.
my drive high.
Keep it
Yes,
up,
sir.
man. Keep it up. So, did you have any kind of like unforgettable experiences, like doing shows or like recording in the studio or anything like that that you want to share?
Yeah, man. I got a story I want to share. It was uh high school tennis show. I think it was 93. Yep, high school tennis show, man. My principal put me in charge of cause I was athlete, man, good student, all that. And it got word to my principal, that I do a lot of rapping.
Hmm.
So she put it upon me to get a tennis show together, get it all. I promoted it, man. I
Oh,
mean,
then she said, "Oh, you're a creative person that's not
yeah,
afraid to show your talent. That's cool.
yeah.
You're in charge of this."
You in charge of this. She just made me in charge of mother. She's like, okay then. So man, I promoted it. I mean, got it popping the whole week, man. And it fuck around and got big. It got so big to where the neighborhoods and stuff wanted to come
They
to
wanted you to
see it.
do it. Yeah,
So tell me why.
open it to the
Tell
public.
me why she went and got the local DJ or Baby. I'm gonna go and say his motherfucking name.
He said, "I'm gonna say his name."
You goddamn right, cause this kindled my drive, and I'm still this got my drive the way it got my drive. That's why my drive so fucking off the chart.
Okay,
So, um,
got local DJ baby.
yeah, man, and matter of fact, he ain't local no more. He been on Power and everything with 50 Cent and shit and all that.
Let's
You know who I'm
go.
talking about?
So
He
this
done
I
blew
think I know
up.
who you're talking about. So
Yeah,
wait,
a fucking DJ.
he did the talent show I at the
Yep, yep. And
93.
that ain't the killing part, Maddie. This I ain't even told you the quicker.
Go
You
ahead,
finna be like,
keep going,
oh,
keep
this
going.
fucked up.
I'm ready. Keep going, keep
This
going.
motherfucker. Okay. He put it in his hands after I done did all this fucking work and got it big. And okay, me and my boys, we performing. We performing in this because I put it together. So goddamn right, I'm perform.
Yeah,
Okay, this
so
mother.
I ain't being no
Okay,
judge.
yeah, I ain't been no motherfucking judge. And this all he get it going. Okay, so the talent show is on. And I let us, and she come back. Well, we got baby. She now what she told me. She saying, baby gonna host it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
all the show, okay, everybody performed. He had a special guest or something. He wanted to perform. I'm at this point. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, cause long as me and my boys gonna
Get my
close this
spot.
motherfucker
Yeah.
out. I don't give a
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why he had all his little funk ass people that performing
Mm-hmm.
took up all the time and all this shit. So me me not knowing this, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm like, I'm telling the principal, I'm like, okay, when we going on? You know what I'm saying? Cause it's about to be over with. And then all the audience that's coming at our neighborhoods, cause my group, the boys, we were all everybody rapping together. We were from different neighborhoods, so all
Yeah.
our people and homies there from the neighborhood to see us. And he and the crowd. Now I'm saying around the crowds telling baby. uh
We didn't come
when
here for
on
you. We didn't come
yeah,
here for
when
you.
Shreveport, they were like, when Shreveport G going on? They were telling me, the crowd goddamn be telling me. Like, goddamn it, when Shreveport G going on? And
Oh
tell me
my
why this
God.
motherfucker, he like, Shreveport G, oh, they went to Bossier. And when he said that, goddamn me, I snapped. Tell me why the security in there motherfucking thing had to get me, because when he said that, I already knew we wasn't
You
finna
was about
perform.
to be like Will Smith.
Oh, I had to get pulled out
Simon,
that motherfucker.
Simon Chris.
It wasn't no understanding, wasn't no talking or nothing. I had to get
Bro.
pulled out that motherfucker, man.
Damn.
It was about to be a riot in that motherfucker, because for real, because my people never paid their money to come see us. All them
Yeah,
people from the
yeah.
neighborhood. Hey man,
They bought the
Matty,
tickets.
man,
They bought
woo,
tickets.
shit, man, they paid that little $5, man. Look, it was a little $5 at the door, but
Well,
still,
yeah,
shit,
still.
still, man, that's that's the only story I do tell you. I ain't got, I got some more stories, but that's when I get any chance I get, I'm gonna tell that motherfucking story. You probably gonna hear it again.
No, you good, man. You good. That's interesting, man. That's kind of
Man,
funny.
but that got my drive. I say, man, and so that set the table right there
Oh,
from my city
hold
to
on.
why
I have to take
you
this
ain't
call.
heard me. This why you ain't heard me since from now, because I've been doing this shit, and man, my style just been, man. I ain't got to say nothing about my style. You already know, but that's what that's what got me like, man. In my city, you know what I'm saying, they seeing the little traction I got, because they know who I am, but at the same time they follow the DJs, bro. It's not, you got to get on and be somebody before they want to really get behind you. And that's fine, because I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it. This is for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be extra. It's gonna be real sweet. You know what I'm saying? When I pop on their ass, and yeah, and it's
And they're gonna
happening
be like,
right now,
"Hey,"
because
you're gonna be like, "Hey, you remember me from high school?"
yeah, it's happening right now, because man, I ain't tell you this. I've been getting I done got like shit. Man, I got like 4, 5 offers from labels, bro. Already, trying to sign me, but they want to control me. So, and I told them I appreciate them, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna go another way. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I say, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? That bullshit, that contract, that's that same bullshit y'all been getting orders with forever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Mhm.
won't say, they won't say over everything. They want to tell you what to put out. And that's I ain't I and I told him, I say, man, that's what I told him, I say, man, I don't want y'all controlling what I put out. I say, I don't want y'all controlling nothing I put out. I am the artist. Y'all
Right.
are not the artist.
Well, the thing
If
is
you
that
was, y'all would be doing
the thing
it.
is
And how you
that
gonna take? Yeah, for
the
go ahead,
the
man.
no, you're good. The bigger labels, or even like medium-sized labels, they're gonna offer you money. They're gonna want control. That's the way that the industry's been kind of
Yep,
run for
I know it.
decades. Like
I
the
know it, man.
360 deal,
Yep,
there
yep,
wasn't a distribution deal. Just the 360 deal included distribution. Included
yep,
all marketing, PR,
yep.
all that stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays you can it's everything's kind of become compartmentalized, where you can, as an independent artist, can go to a music marketing company and pay them to do the same thing a label would do, and you're not locked in a contract with them. You can go to a distributor and you can
Uh-huh.
distribute your music through it. Yes, they're going to take a
Thank
small
you.
percentage, but they're not going to tell
Yep.
you what you can and can't release.
Yeah,
um
thank you.
as long as you
Thank
have
you,
your
Matt.
paperwork in order, like if
Yep.
they say, oh, you're sampling this from blah 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 blah, and you say, no, I purchased that from this person. If I need to get clear sample, then I gotta go pay for the clearance for it, then that's fine.
Yeah,
But
that's fine.
you're negotiating it yourself with these these distributors now. um you know
Yeah.
but I see,
You
and
right.
here's the thing: you also should read the terms of service for the distributors now as well too, because and especially when they update it, look for the changes in what they're updating in their terms of service, because you can switch distributors at any point too. You just have to
Okay.
export your ISRC codes and import them into a new distributor wherever you decide to take your music.
All right. Okay.
um
Cool.
you know um that's and really distribution. you only need if you're trying to get it on streaming platforms. Like if you want to go direct to, direct to consumer, you could go to platforms like Elastic Stage or Bandcamp. I believe is it Bandcamp? Um,
Mm, okay.
and you can sell physical
Okay.
CDs and digital CDs
Okay.
directly through those platforms, or you could go build a website and sell it directly through your website. Those count as album sales, but you have to register an ISRC code and then register it with um, your performing rights organizations if you don't want to put your music on streaming platforms, and there might
Okay.
be various reasons why you would or wouldn't want to put it on streaming platforms. There are a lot of artists now that are trying to go away from the streaming platforms because they feel like they're being taken advantage of it. It's almost like a
Yeah,
retaliatory thing at this point,
I see
with like
right.
Snoop Dogg releasing, I think he released a whole album on Tune FM, I read not too long ago. And Tune FM is like a crypto based audio streaming platform, and the artists get paid in cryptocurrency called Jam. It's called Jam. And
Damn.
yes, and you can convert Jam into like, USDC, like, US dollars and put it in like
Yeah.
an account. You can convert it into other cryptocurrencies, and users who are listeners on the platform um, have to purchase Jam in order to listen to music on the platform. But the artists
Okay.
get close to. I was doing some testing the other day, and the artists get close to 2 to 4 cents per stream if you convert the
Okay.
the tokens. Um, on that platform. So if you can get your fans to go to and someone like Snoop could, yes, of course, someone like him
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
get a decent amount of people to go over there and play his album there. Might
Mm-hmm.
be a little harder for somebody like you or some of the artists that
Yep.
I work with, but
It's
you know
it's still worth doing
there's a lot of
because
talk to because you see the MLC investigating Spotify and all these big streaming platforms.
yep, I see
Um,
Spotify has them in trouble. Yeah.
and
Yep.
trying to open some sort of like litigation against these huge streaming, audio streaming companies, because they're making billions of dollars in profits and paying
They
artists chump
ain't
change.
ain't do. Yep. They throwing us fucking crumbs. You know what I'm
um,
saying?
so and there are other platforms that are a little more fair, like Amazon Music does pay a little bit more, but it's still
Yeah.
it's not even a penny a
Shit.
stream. It's not even 1 penny per stream, and
Mm-hmm.
there's tons of advertisers that are paying you millions of dollars probably for advertising on your audio streaming platforms, and you're pocketing most of that money. But I mean, I don't know, man. This is the stuff that I think about, and I'm like, how can art
Yep.
the only way that you can really benefit from it and kind of retain a lot of your rights is to just go direct to consumer. It's like going back to making CDs and selling them out in front of 7-Eleven,
Yep. Yep. You ain't
But
lying,
you
man.
can do that digitally now. You can literally give away. So you can give it to people for like a penny or $1 online.
Yeah.
You say, look, go to my website. You put a PayPal link in there and say, donate $1, and you will get a copy of my new single. You know, that's
That's
the
what I
same.
need to
That's the
work
same
on.
thing that
I need
iTunes
to make
does.
me a website, man. I need to get with me some people to
I can
do
help
me a
you with
web.
that, man. I build websites.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come. You finna build me one. I ain't got to worry about looking for nobody. I'm
I
gonna get
got you,
with
bro.
you. I'm gonna get with you when we get off here.
What are your upcoming projects you're excited about this year, man? Do you
Oh
have
man,
any like EPs or albums that you plan on
you,
releasing you want to let people
I
know about?
I might start back doing that, man. I stopped doing albums because I ain't did albums some years. I got a lot of old albums, and my people them tell me, man, you need to put that shit out. No anybody never heard it, but motherfuckers didn't buy my
I mean, you could do like a greatest hits album,
shit.
man. How much, music if
I
you have
got
enough music in your catalog, you could just do like, hey, this is the greatest hits.
Yeah, I got man, I got so many. I got so many songs.
Mhm.
But yeah, man. I got so many. I got so many songs, man. But I just do singles, man. I'll probably get back to it. People start demanding me, man. Man, I need an album. I'm kind of waiting on waiting on them to start acting for that album.
Start throwing
And
some
then
gas on the fire. Yeah, man. I
yeah,
hear you.
man.
I mean, hey,
Yep.
man, the way you've been putting out music, man, you've been putting them out consistently, man. I have a feeling, people are gonna start asking for an album, man, at some point soon. So, but yeah, brother, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I appreciate you having taking the time to hang out with us and
Yes,
share
sir.
share some of your experience as an independent artist doing a lot of this on your own, man. Um,
Yep.
Feel free to come back anytime on the show if you got some more stuff you want to talk about. Just shoot me a message, man, and we'll schedule another another little meet and greet here,
Yes,
man. But
sir. I appreciate you, folks.
absolutely, brother. Well, I hope you have a great day, and
Yes, sir.
I will see you in the music reviews again, man. If you work in any sector of the music industry and you'd like to be on my show, please shoot me an email at mattyfliptv@gmail.com.